Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, I wanted to do a video on today about 7 conditions linked to fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia produces a lot of different symptoms, and you may not know that you are having another condition along with fibromyalgia. And it's not uncommon for people with fibromyalgia to have other conditions. The fibromyalgia is characterized by painful, tender points along the body, fatigue, sleeplessness, and cognitive issues known as fibrofrog. Not fibrofrog, fibrofog. Yeah, and I have a lot of that, so you bear with me because sometimes I'll be talking and just all of a sudden I forget what I'm talking about, and it's just, I'm like, forgive me. So if I do that, you know why. Okay. Now, unfortunately, people with fibromyalgia, like I said, have other symptoms, and you may just think it's along with the fibromyalgia, but they're not. Uh, One, for instance, is migraines and tension headaches. Something about the chemical imbalance causes migraines, and so if you're having headaches, real bad headaches. I was diagnosed with, I forgot the type of migraine, but it was associated with fibro, and it's associated with your brain sending different imbalances to your eyes. And I have what they call floaters. You see spots sometimes, especially in the light and fluorescent light, or just going out in the daylight. Sometimes all the time when I go out and it's very sunny and fluorescent lights, I see floater spots. So if you're having this in a long time, I'm just, thinking there were gnats, little, because you see the little black lines, squiggly lines, and sometimes it goes past you, and you'll think maybe it's a mosquito or a gnat, but no. It's associated with fibromyalgia. It deals with the brain, and you have these. Nothing wrong with your eyes. It's in the brain. Next one is autoimmune diseases. Now, it's not uncommon if you have fibromyalgia to have an inflammatory autoimmune disease, such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Sjogren's syndrome, and ankylosing spondylitis. Yeah. Out of these, I do have been diagnosed with the RA, the rheumatoid arthritis, and the Sjogren's syndrome, which with the Sjogren's, it's an inflammatory disease. Your body attacks your ducts that secrete secretions such as your tear ducts, saliva glands, bile ducts, and you no longer secrete the secretions that you need. So I have to replace it with eye drops, and you have very, very bad dry mouth, and also it attacks your liver and your heart and different organs. So, if you have been diagnosed with one of these autoimmune diseases, like I said, some of them go hand in hand with fibromyalgia. You may or may not have it, but if you're having symptoms, and just like ankylosing spondylitis, it's characterized by painful, back pain, joint pain. Well, that's one of fibromyalgia symptoms. So you may not even know that you're having these. Also, sleep disorders like sleep apnea. I do have some sleep apnea. Have to sleep with the CPAP every night. Which I've been tolerating it for about 3 years. So, if you're one of those who are trying to tolerate that CPAP, you just have to keep going. Just try a little at a time. If you sleep with it one night for an hour, one night for 2 hours, and then go up to how much you can tolerate. But do sleep with your CPAP because sleep apnea is detrimental to your health. Also, restless leg syndrome, and it feels just like its name, restless leg. You lay down, ready to go to sleep, and your legs are like, no, I'm not ready to go to sleep. I want to get up. You're going to get up out this bed. I'm ready to get up. So, I mean, you may be having that. If you're feeling that, your legs are just running away and you just can't sleep, and you have to get up, and you have to get up and move around. You may want to tell your doctor about that because you may have restless leg syndrome, and you can. There are medications to help this. Also, another condition that I have with my fibromyalgia, and you may too, is irritable bowel syndrome. Now, irritable bowel syndrome is marked with abdominal cramping, pain, with bouts of constipation one day, diarrhea one day, and it may not be one day. This might be all in one day. You'll suffer with constipation, then episodes of diarrhea. It's pretty tiresome, bad. I mean, really, before I was diagnosed, I was like, what is this? Why am I having this? And my GI doctor diagnosed that. And they say between 30 and 70% of people with fibro have IBS. So if you're having abdominal pain, it's a pain syndrome as well. And you might want to get it checked out with your GI doctor. You may have IBS, which they have medication that you can take for that, which it really works. Pelvic pain, period. And I really believe before I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, I was having this pelvic pain, real bad pains, and I suffered with fibroids and pelvic pain, bladder, irritability, and bad menstrual cramps. Oh, yeah. Bad menstrual cramps. That's associated. You may have fibromyalgia and don't know it. But before I was diagnosed with the fibro, I went to my OB doctor. Not OB doctor, I'm sorry, GYN doctor. And we decided to just have a hysterectomy because I did suffer with fibroids. And the fibroids, the painful periods, and having fibro fog. So bear with me. Cysts on my ovaries. Yeah, cysts on my ovaries. So we decided on having a partial hysterectomy. And after we had it, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm still having these pelvic pains. Little did I know. And then after that, I was diagnosed with fibro. But I don't miss my, I do not, I'll tell everyone, I do not miss my uterus. I'm glad it's gone. I just passed the age of childbearing, so I don't have it. And they left for ovaries, so I don't have to take hormones. So no love lost there. And as you know, if you have fibro, depression, anxiety, they go hand in hand with the fibromyalgia. And again, this is a chemical imbalance, what causes this depression and anxiety. And you may be put on antidepressants to deal with that, which really do help. Another, excuse me, with my strogens, I really have a difficult time producing the saliva. My mouth is dry. I have bad acid reflux. So I have to clear my throat, which they really don't want me to, but I have to. So bear with me. Obesity. If before I was diagnosed with my fibromyalgia, which I feel that I had had it a long time before I was diagnosed, I couldn't lose weight. And so obesity and fibromyalgia share a complicated relationship. And, many people with fibromyalgia, due to the chronic pain, lack of exercise, physical activity, they become overweight. And I had a thyroid problem, a hypothyroid. My thyroid is still working, but not at full capacity. Therefore, I have a low metabolism. Not put on medication yet because it's still working, but it's not working as it should. So I have slow metabolism, which again equals weight gain. So if you're having that weight gain and saying, well, and your doctor haven't told you, well, I'm telling you, that's a part of fibro, is obesity. So if you're able to exercise and cut back and things of that nature, that'll be good. But if you're having pain every day, you're unable to exercise, and you may have thyroid problems as well. So, get that checked out, and maybe your doctor can put you on different things. I was on a weight loss regimen, and it's working slowly but surely. It's working. So, yeah, you can. And there you go. So, if you're having some of these symptoms, you're thinking, what is wrong with me? Lord, I know something wrong. Just think, not so long ago, people had fibromyalgia when they didn't know about fibromyalgia, and they told these people it was all in their heads. Can you imagine if you deal with fibromyalgia and someone telling you this is all in your head, fibromyalgia? Well, now they found out it wasn't all in these people's head. Fibromyalgia is a true debilitating condition. But like I said, we have they've come a long way. They've got some meds that can help with some of the symptoms. So I think the biggest part of fibromyalgia is getting diagnosed, because it mimics so many different other diseases such as MS. And I took all those tests because at first they said I had MS. Then they said I had MS is multiple sclerosis. Then they thought it was lupus. Then they thought it was, I had to have the test for fibro. Yeah. I'll put it right here when I remember it. I'll put it on the. But yeah, it mimics so many different other diseases, and we'll talk about that in another tape. I think this tape is long enough. But if you're not feeling well today, well, hey, just it's going to get better. Just tell yourself you're going to get better. Hey, if you got to take some naps, if you got to lay down, hey, do it. And don't forget to take your meds. And tomorrow will be better. All right, guys, you got to keep a positive attitude. All right. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, in parting, be blessed, y'all.